For over a decade, the story of the Golden State Warriors has been one of the most remarkable runs in modern basketball history. 4 NBA championships. 2 MVPs for Stephen Curry. A dynasty built on chemistry, belief, and a shared vision that forever changed how the game is played. But behind the smooth shooting, behind the parades and banners, lies a group of men who've aged together, fought through injuries, criticism, and evolution, yet still carry the same hunger. And now, as the dynasty's final chapters begin to take shape, Draymond Green is making it clear, if and when this run ends, it's going to end on their terms. Draymond Green is, in many ways, the heartbeat of the Warriors. He's been there since the beginning, drafted in 2012, often overlooked, yet quickly becoming the defensive engine that powered Golden State's rise. Alongside Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and head coach Steve Kerr, he formed the backbone of a team that revolutionized basketball. Together, they turned pace and space, three-point shooting, and small ball lineups into a global phenomenon. Now, as 2025 winds down, the Warriors' core finds itself at a crossroads. Jimmy Butler has come in to replace Klay Thompson, adding toughness and experience to a roster that still hopes for one last shot at glory. But with Curry, Green, and Kerr nearing the twilight of their careers, the question looms: how much longer can this dynasty keep going? Recently, Draymond Green sat down with Sam Amick of The Athletic to discuss the uncertain futures of himself, Stephen Curry, and Steve Kerr. In that conversation, Green didn't mince words. He made it clear that he, Curry, and Kerr have earned the right to finish their stories the way they want to. "I feel very much like Steve feels," Draymond said. "If I'm supposed to be here, and I think I'm always supposed to be here, we'll get that done. There's no stress. At the end of the year, we'll probably all have conversations. We're going to sit down and assess what makes the most sense." Those words carry a certain calm confidence. Green isn't panicking about contracts or front office politics. He's been through too much for that. He knows who he is, what he's meant to this franchise, and what he still has left to give. Both Green and Curry are under contract through the end of next season, while Steve Kerr, the coach who guided them to 4 championships, has yet to sign an extension. Kerr himself has admitted that his deal is expiring, though he's not worried about it, and Curry has said plainly that he doesn't expect to play for any other coach. That loyalty runs deep. It's not just about basketball, it's about brotherhood. For more than a decade, Kerr, Curry, and Green have shared triumphs, heartbreaks, and rebuilding phases together. They've weathered media scrutiny, internal friction, and the natural decline that comes with time. Yet even now, there's an unshakable belief that they can squeeze out one more championship run. Before the curtain falls. Green admits he's nearing the tail end of his career, but he's not ready to talk retirement. For him, it's simple: as long as he's healthy and still enjoys the grind, he'll keep going. "I don't know what that exact number is," he said, when asked how many years he has left. "But I do know I still enjoy a lot of what comes with this. And as long as I enjoy it, and can go through the process and give what I need to give to be at an elite level, I'll keep going. I still enjoy too much of it. And I'm healthy. You add enjoyment with health, and those two things make it tough to walk away." It's a mindset that perfectly captures who Draymond is. He's never been a player fueled by numbers or accolades. He's about purpose, about competing, about proving doubters wrong. And in 2025, even with his legacy secure, a 4-time champion, a former Defensive Player of the Year, a future Hall of Famer, he's still driven by that same inner fire. This season, he has a player option for 2026-27, giving him flexibility to decide his own future. And as he said, "When you come out and have an incredible year, other conversations are allowed to happen." That's Draymond's way of saying, if I play my best basketball, everything else will take care of itself. He also made a point to emphasize that he's had a great relationship with Golden State's front office for more than a decade, and he doesn't see that changing now. "I haven't had any issues with our front office group in 14 years, he said. "And I don't foresee that happening." That's not to say there aren't questions hanging over the organization. Steve Kerr's situation, in particular, remains unresolved. Despite leading the Warriors to 4 titles and redefining modern NBA coaching, Kerr hasn't received an extension. And while he insists he's at peace with whatever happens, it's hard to imagine the Warriors without him on the sidelines, clipboard in hand, smiling through the chaos. When Draymond was asked whether he agreed with Curry's comment about not wanting to play for another coach, he didn't give a straightforward yes or no. Instead, he smiled and said, "I hate change. But I don't sit and think about it, because I don't foresee Steve going anywhere. I don't think we're done. I think we've still got a lot left to give." That sentiment, "we're not done," might be the quiet anthem of the 2025-26 Warriors season. They know the clock is ticking, but they're not ready to let go. They want one more dance, one more run through the playoffs, one more chance to remind the league that Golden State's dynasty didn't fade, it endured. Draymond has always had that fighter's mentality. Whether it's barking on defense, setting the perfect screen for Curry, or directing teammates like a quarterback, his influence goes far beyond the stat sheet. When he's on the floor, the Warriors' identity feels complete. Without him, something is missing. Even his critics, who've often pointed to his fiery temper or on-court confrontations, admit that the Warriors aren't the Warriors without Draymond Green. His voice is the glue. His defense the anchor. His leadership the spark. And while some might assume he's ready to ride off into the sunset soon, Draymond is already thinking about life after basketball, but not in a way that suggests he's ready to quit. Recently, he's shown a surprising interest in acting. The 4-time champion made a guest appearance on NBC's sitcom, St. Denis Medical, and he says he loved the experience. "I definitely want to continue to get more into that field," he explained in a later interview. "What I realize is, it's like practice. The whole team has to know their stuff or it doesn't flow right. You've got to make it all make sense together. I have a role to play." That insight, comparing acting to basketball, is classic Draymond. It's about teamwork, rhythm, and accountability, values that have defined his entire career. Whether on a court or a set, he thrives on collaboration and precision. For now, though, his focus remains firmly on basketball. The Warriors front office, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., is navigating a delicate balance, honoring the past while preparing for the future. They've brought in fresh faces like Jimmy Butler and veteran support like Al Horford, hoping that this mix of old and new can capture lightning in a bottle once more. But make no mistake, this team still revolves around its holy trinity: Curry, Kerr, and Green. Their relationship is built on trust and mutual respect. Curry provides the magic. Kerr provides the structure. And Draymond provides the fire. When you talk about legacy, that's what matters most. Draymond knows he's not the flashiest player in NBA history, but he's one of the smartest. His defensive IQ, playmaking instincts, and leadership have made him indispensable. And he's also aware of the Warrior effect. As he said recently, "You're always going to have guys who step up and just play out of their minds when they face us. That's the Warrior effect. That's what happens when you've had the kind of success we've had." That success comes with a target. Every opponent circles Golden State on their calendar. Every game against Curry and Green feels like the finals. But Draymond wouldn't have it any other way. Pressure, attention, scrutiny, that's where he thrives. So where does that leave the Warriors now? Somewhere between legacy and transition. Between the end of an era and the start of something new. Curry, still capable of scoring 30 on any given night, is showing no signs of slowing down, though he knows the years ahead will test him. Kerr, as calm and reflective as ever, understands that all